like taking pictures. Anyway, I got this birdhouse. I think I showed you on my Michael's the day before the event where I got the grab bags. I bought this little, because I've been looking at them, and it's the last one, and I just wanted to make sure I got one anyway. And I wasn't sure it'd be in the grab bags. So anyway, I'm going to paint, and I'll show you step by step throughout the process. I have a lot of different paints. I'm using this one right here. It's a yellow, and I have some red, some darker red, some blues. I have a peach. I have a big blue. I have an orange. Whoop. Okay, I have an orange. I have a purple. And I have another blue. Anyway, as I go, and I have another purple, some black. Oh, this is blue. Hopefully I have a black. I need some black. Glitter. But I won't be using glitter because this is actually going to be for the birds. So I will let you see in the process. The first step done, and that's just the front here. I do have a couple spots, and I have my paper towel. I have extra paper towel. I have a couple spots. I don't really want any brush or globs, so with a little dampness of the brush, I'm going to just go over. Now, you can decide ahead of time if you want to do yellow in all the sides, maybe something different, roof a different color, chimney a different color, and then the side panels and the little steps. I think I am going to do that. I am going to do both the sides yellow, and I'll show you when I finish. Front that is done, and I have one side. I am going to do this other side in yellow. And also when I do the paints, I try to start with the lighter colors and then do the darker ones on top. So that's just my my thought process. I tended to have some dark spots. You see that big dark streak coming down? It's just in the balsa wood, so I may end up putting a design, drawing a vine or something. Now the back I'm actually going to do in a different color. I still want it to be fairly light because I think I'm going to do it in this pink. These little containers I just noticed are actually fabric paint. I'm not sure if they will work or not, so I am going to pass, and I am going to find an acrylic that I want to put. Now this powder blue is not bad, and it's gonna go on the same theme as the yellow as far as being oh, and here's a green for later. It's gonna go along the lighter shade, so it's a baby blue, and I'm gonna put that on the back. Okay, there is the powder blue. It's almost like, it says baby blue, but it's almost a steel, like a steel blue, a light steel blue. Okay, so we have the yellow, the blue, and then the yellow on the other three sides. I think the yellow will really attract the birds color-wise. Now, there was this sticker on the back. Make sure you remove any of that. Some people like to actually sand the house so it's smooth. I didn't do that, and I don't really feel it's necessary. I actually kind of like it to be a little rustic. Now I may put a clear coat over just to keep it fresh looking through years, but right now, yeah. Okay, so my next color I am going to do is the roof. Now I want to do the chimney red, of course. So I was going to do the roof red, but I think that might be too much. Now I do have a crimson and a red, so I might do both, or I might do blue on the roof, or even a brown. Let me think about it and I'll get back to you. This, it's called Blue Bonnet, and you see the difference in the two blues. I've decided to do this a little bit darker with this Blue Bonnet shade. So I'm just going to go over the blue I already have on there just to make it a little, and you can see the difference in the colors. I'm getting a lot of shadow, but you can see the difference. I think it's going to be much better with that yellow. So I'm going to finish that up and I'll be right back. There we go. So I have that yellow, yellow. Now, I do think I want to put some kind of flowers or vines going up the side. So I want to do that in, well, you know what? I'm going to do the chimney first. And I'm going to do it in this crimson, I believe, color. Let's see when I put it out on the palette. And by the way, my palette is just my brown paper that I set down to keep and protect my workspace. So there is a dark red crimson, and that is the color I'm going to make the chimney. So I'm going to do the chimney first, and then the roof. Okay, my chimney is done. And being that I really want the chimney to stand out with that crimson color, I do not want to do the roof red. So I have to figure a color that's going to be fun with the rest of the house, but allowing that to stand out. This green, it is so dark. I'm going to try to add some white, see if I can soften up the color, because I think it's just too dark. You can't even tell it's green. The color is going to be much better. I'm going to try to get it kind of evened out. I have the white and the green, and I just have to mix to get a better color. Okay, I'll let you see it when I get the roof done. Okay, that's much more in coming in with the other colors and not too dark. Now the chimney being dark I'm fine with, because that is supposed to be a brick red. But I will do the other side of the roof and I'll let you see when I'm done. The other side is done, and I am just gonna go, there's a little bit of this paint left. I'm gonna go around and do the eaves on the house. Try to make sure I have kind of a glob or something there. Just wipe it off. I mean, to me, I want it to be colorful, maybe attract the birds, but I also know that a birdhouse should be a little rustic. And we'll do the eaves. You can see where that darker green was. That dark green just was not going to work. It was not going to be able to work. Sorry, Charlie. It was much too dark in contrast to the other. That looks good. Okay, now we have this other eave and the sides, and I'm almost tempted to say I want to do those white, but let me see about, hold on. I decided to use white with some of this red, which is called Ladybug Red. I thought if I did red, it might be too, actually, too dark a color with the contrast of the house, because everything is done in bright pastel-y type colors instead of the dark. The only thing dark is going to be our chimney. Changed out my paper. I kept my palette colors because even if they dry, I'll be able to match it better. And now I am going to do touch up with the crimson and the yellow. So here we have, I did the blue. I did like almost the same color as that I painted the back, but I have the yellow on 3 sides and the blue in the back, the pink or the salmon trim, the crimson chimney, and the green roof. Now, you can also put, I might put some grass markings on the bottom. I was going to put some vines and some flowers, but honestly, I kind of like the simple look. You can stencil, you can decorate, you can put leaves, butterflies, you can paint on shingles on the roof. There's just a ton of ideas. I am going to finish this up, let it dry, and then I am going to consider spraying a clear coat on top just to keep it fresh. All right. Well, once I put the grass around the edges, I'll let you see it. Around the edges and just painted a little green, not so even edge. Now you can use a very fine brush and make it more whimsical. You can put vines going up the sides, little flowers, just so many things you can do. The one thing I forgot, and there are areas that it's not really totally painted that I can see. So I'm going to go in and touch up a little bit. But the only other thing I notice is the bottom. And the bottom is going to be very visible to people when it's hanging. So I do want to go in and do the bottom after all is said and done. Oh my. This was so much fun, and it was so simple and so fast. And you know, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be out in the elements. Now, you can also make these for indoor in your house. You may want to be different when you do it that way. But this really, I wanted bright colors. I wanted the birds to be drawn to it. And I'm hoping we can get some nesters in there this winter. Another piece of paper, a clean piece of paper. I'm going to rinse out. But look, both times when I did it, I just rolled up the paper because I use this brown parchment paper or brown butcher paper. It's heavy duty. Anyway, that's that. We'll check back with this.